In this video, we will learn how to identify functions from mapping diagrams, from pairs, from tables and graphs. So we will do all that in this video. So let's start on the mapping diagrams. This part here. So to understand this, we first need to know what's a function. A function is a relationship from non-empty set to a non-empty set. So both sets should be non-empty. So if I now just make some lines from here to there, both sets are empty. So is this a function? It's not a function. Why? Because they are empty. Now what's the other condition? The other condition, each input has exactly one output, not more. So let's look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, and we have A, B, C. If this connect to that, this connect to that, and this connect to this, is it a function? Yes. Why? Because each input has one output only. That's great. Now let's try some examples. If I have 1, 2, 3 here, and I have 1 here, for example, and the function or the relationship is like this. Is this a function? Yes. Why? Because they are non-empty and each one is connected to one of them, which is just correct. Now let's look at another example similar to this. If I have K here or A or whatever, and here I have 1, 2, 3. Now this A is connected here, there, and there. Is this a function? No. Why? Because this is connected to more than one, so it's not a function. It can be a function only if each one of these is connected to one only. Now the same one, if it was A here and it was 1, 2, 3 here, and A is connected to 2, is each one of these connected to one of these? Yes. So yes, it's a function. Now let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3 here, and I have 1, 2, 3 here, for example. And I have this connected here, this connected there, and this one is not connected. So it's not a function because this one is not connected. Now what if this one connected to 2 and the 3 is not connected? Yes, it is a function. So we usually look carefully at this part. Alright, that's very good. Now before we go to the next type, let's look at what's the domain and range. The domain is just these ones. These numbers are the domain, the ones here. So if they ask you to write the domain, it's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And this is called the range. So if they ask you to write the range, it's A, B, C, and that's it. This is the domain and range for these, all of them. This is a function, so the domain is 1, 2, 3. The range is just 1. This is not a function. This is a function. Yes, so the domain is this, the range is that, and so on. Now, let's look at this example. They sometimes ask you to identify the function from ordered pairs. So they give you such numbers and they ask you, is this a function? To answer that question, and to make it easier, just look at the x values here. Is any of them repeating? So -5, -9, oh, the 5 repeated, so it's not a function. It's only a function if the x's doesn't repeat, these ones. We don't even look at the y. We don't look at this. It's not important here. Now let's look at another example. Is this a function here? We just look at the x's. -5, -9, 5. Oh, nothing repeated, so yes, this is a function. So the rule is just look at the x values. Now it's your turn. Try this one and post your answer. Is this a function? Now, they sometimes ask you to identify a function from a table. Let's look at this one. It's two examples. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. Is this a function? Or let's just make it 5, 50, 52, for example. We don't even look at the y's. Just close your eyes. Don't look at these y's. It's not important. Look only at the x's. Do they repeat? No, they didn't repeat, so yes, it is a function. Now, they can give you the table to look like that or like this. Now, let's look at this. If it's 1, 2, 1, and this is 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. Now, we don't look at the y, we look at the x. The 1 repeated, so no, this is not a function. Do you get it? Now, the last part is how you identify the function. If they give you a graph like this, it's not showing clearly, but it's right. What we need to do is, let's just try it here. I think it's better here, right? Can you see it clearly? Yeah, it's better. Now, what you need to do is you do something called the straight line test. The straight line test is something like this. Grab your ruler or grab your pen and put it here. Let's just make it longer. And then move it vertically. If it touches 2 points of this red line at any point, it's not. Now here, we moved it, and at every second, it's just touching 1 point. So yes, this is a function because it's just touching 1 point. If you didn't fully understand this yet, let's look at the second example here. Let's grab the ruler again. Oh, it happened here. Yep, put it here and then move it vertically. If it touches 2 points, it's not a function. Oh, it's touching 2 points. It's touching 2 points. If you don't understand what I mean, look at this point. Here and here. It's 2 points, isn't it? Now, this is a point and this is a point at the same time, so it's not a function. If we move it further, it's always touching 2 points. Have you noticed? Now even here, it's a point and a point. So this actually is not a function. Here also, it's touching 2 points at the same time, so this is not a function. Do you get it now? You get it better? Now let's move to the next example. Now bring the ruler, move it. Alright, let's just move it up. Bring the ruler and move it forward. At any second, the ruler didn't touch 2 points, so yes, it is a function. Sorry. Yes, it is a function. Now let's look at the next example. The next example, we don't need a ruler. So here, when they give it to you, like points, this is common in the exams. Now, just imagine the ruler here and move it. So here it will just touch this point. Here it will touch. Oh, this is the graph here. So it's touching 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So yes, it is a function. The ruler didn't touch 2 points. Now let's look at this one here. Is this a function? I don't know. Let's grab the ruler. Put your ruler here and move it. It's touching 1 point here. It's touching 1 point. Oh, it's touching 2 points here. So no, it's not a function. So this is how you identify the functions. Was it easy? Did you get it though? If you have a question, please ask in the comments, and there is a worksheet in the description. Please try to do it. That's all. Thank you for following. Bye.